Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome to another video and I hope you guys are doing well today. Now, I wanted to go over, it's the morning after the first night of Blizzcon, and I just wanted to go over some of the standout moments for me, but before I do any of that, I want to thank everyone who came to the stream last night. For those of you who don't know, I streamed with Scott on kick.com/ScottyJ. We're streaming there again tonight. We had a fantastic night, it was a really good laugh. Thoroughly enjoyed watching BlizzCon with him. And yeah, I mean, like I said, we're doing it again tonight. So if you haven't seen us or you weren't there last night, feel free to come along. And if you were there, come along anyway. But yeah, BlizzCon was, I don't know, it's like a roller coaster where everything in the first 30 seconds is high impact, high adrenaline, and then it kind of just teeters off. The opening ceremony was fantastic. I mean, I've got some footage in the background. Some of the hosts were a little bit static and kind of, yeah, I mean, they're all doing the job and fair play to them. Chris Metzen was electrifying. You could tell the man just wanted to be back, and he did, genuinely goosebumps for the entire time he was out. But yeah, let's talk about kind of the individual announcements. So I'm going to talk specifically around Diablo 4, Classic, Plus, and Wrath and Cata. And a little bit of retail. So, WoW mainly. So, in terms of the Diablo 4 stuff, we didn't really get much news. Now, I believe there's a panel today around Diablo 4, so we'll be watching that for a little bit more news. Very excited to hear what's going on there. In terms of Classic Plus, then, so I'm going to talk about Season of Discovery, effectively. I think Blizzard have done something cool, something different, but it doesn't answer anyone's questions for things. Now, what do I mean by this? So, it hasn't answered the question of Classic Plus. It isn't an alternative game to Wrath. It isn't an alternative game to Cata. It isn't Wrath era servers. So, it's something different, okay? Now, what do I think about this? I think it's going to be something really, really fun to play for a week, and then come back to when the next level cap's introduced. And if that is the case, great. Right? Like, that's not a bad thing. It's a seasonal WoW game. Well, I play Ascension. I've played Turtle WoW. That's not a bad thing at all. And actually, I think I would get a lot of enjoyment out of this. However, I don't think it's answered a lot of the questions that the community had around things like Classic Plus. In terms of Classic Plus, we got little to nothing for Classic era. In fact, I don't think we've had any announcements that I can remember for Classic era. So it's a lot of the community that I've kind of spoken to, and I've reached out to people today to get their thoughts, and they're very disappointed that there's nothing at all for Classic. They're kind of excited for Season of Discovery for a week, and they have either little to no interest in Cata, or they're really excited for Cata. Now, so in terms of those two things, I don't think we're going to get much better from the community. I don't think unfortunately, I think that's probably it. In terms of Cata then, now, there's some questions I have around this. In terms of the announcement, we knew the announcement was coming. Of course Cata was coming, right? Now, on their own kind of board behind them, they had, there were 7 raids, 8 raids, 9 raids? There was loads of raids, 7 raids. Which is more than there's actually in Cata, right? They listed that there was 10 dungeons. Now, the game only releases with 9 dungeons. There's 2 then added in the first content patch, and 3 then added in the second content patch. So there's either only 9, 11, or 14. And this was found by Scott's community. I'm not going to take credit for this. This was definitely found by Scott's community. But it's really interesting. They've either made a very, very serious typo, or they've gave us a hint of some changes to come. Now, looking at the website, you can see that they've kind of announced all the normal things that come in Cataclysm, but they've also announced that there's some changes. So, faster content cadence, improvements to leveling, expanded collections UI, and a new difficulty level added to the Dungeon Group Finder available after the launch of Cataclysm Classic. So, what do I think each of these means? So, improved leveling experience, they've specifically stated it's going to be between 1 and 80, which means I expect that we'll get some form of permanent 1.5 times experience, personally. That's what I would predict. Something like Joyous Journeys that just exists all the time from 1 to 80. Obviously, you're also getting the updated zones, you're getting more XP from RDF, you're getting more XP from BGs. I actually think that leveling 1 to 80 is going to be quite quick now, in comparative anyway. New dungeon difficulty system. You have to imagine that this is Titan Rune Dungeons, right? Especially since it's said it will be added after launch. Now, I mean, of course they're going to be added after launch if they're Titan Rune Dungeons because it's catch-up gear, right? So you can't put them in before because there'll be nothing for them to drop. So they will probably be added in the first major content patch for Tier 11. They've also said that the Dungeon Group Finder will make it'll be better, which is just good. I think improvements to that's never a bad thing. Account-wide pets, mounts, and transmogs. Now, transmogs going into the collections tab, I talked about this in my other BlizzCon video, I think is fantastic. I'm super excited for this, and that's so cool. They've also said they've updated the auction house, which I actually don't believe was there last night. I think this is one that they've added today. Arrives to provide a street. I don't remember that being there, but I was very drunk. So in terms of this, I think, let's see if I can find, I'm just going to, there you go. So these are the different price packages. So if we go over here, for £24.99, it's a mount, it's a flying mount for retail, it's a Rathian pet for retail, transmog set, which obviously will now be account bound, you'll be able to use it on every character, a toy, which will be account bound also, no boost and no game time. The reason it says no expansion access as well is because the expansion access is actually free. So if you didn't pay any of this at all, you would still get to play Cata. It's based on your game time. Because this package offers no game time, it also offers no expansion access, right? You then get Epic Upgrade, get the expansion access, which is just because you're getting some game time. A character boost is the only difference. Now, they have also added standalone character boosts, which I'm not sure how I feel about, and I'm really interested to know how you guys feel about it. So if I go to World of Warcraft Classic, for £49, we can just standalone boost a level 80 character. Now, I'm going to say that I want one more change out of Blizzard for this, and I'm going to say that I expect them to be able to put WoW tokens into Battle.net currency the same way you can on retail. That should exist in Classic. If you're going to charge this much for things, we should be able to at least subsidize it within Gold Game, okay? I think that has to happen. Otherwise, I'm not too against it. In terms of retail then, now, I have issue with retail. So, first of all, let me explain. I'm super hyped about the expansion, right? The War Within, it sounds great. It's quite expensive. I mean, if we're going to buy, if you're a player like me who plays both retail and Cataclysm, you're easily going to be paying, 130 quid if you want both top packages. Now, you get quite a bit out of it, and yeah, fine, I get the benefit of it. The one thing I'm completely not okay with is this. 3 days early access to the War Within. Because that means anyone who wants to take the game seriously, if you want to push for server first, if you want to do X, Y, and Z, you have to buy the top pack. Now, you can subsidize this with in-game gold, of course. You can use your gold to turn that into Battle.net balance. That Battle.net balance can go onto your thing and subsidize this cost. And that's exactly what I will be doing. Hell no am I paying 74 quid. I'm broke. I ain't paying 74 quid for this. I will go and play retail. I will do boosts. I will do all of the things that Blizzard hates to get gold to put into my Battle.net balance to buy this. Which I will buy this, but I would do it free. And I mean, if that's something that you guys want to see, my journey of getting however much gold it is to get that can happen. That can be a thing. In terms of the expansion announcements, I'm super hyped. Like 3 expansions, the story looks cool. Chris Metzen sold it really well. But generally, the only thing I'm not okay with is the 3-day access. So this is day one of BlizzCon. There may be more today that we find out. We found out we watched Go do the 10-man level 25 Black Fathom Deeps yesterday. We watched Sharth. We watched Agrand. I mean, super cool. It was super fun watching them. They looked like they didn't really have too much trouble, but it was certainly different. Yeah, so see what today brings. Hope you guys have enjoyed. I'll probably do another video like this tomorrow, assuming we're not very hungover. Yeah, thank you for watching, guys, and catch you later. Bye.